Hello and welcome to part 3 of this runner build. So I got up to the flipping runner last part 2 and the moving. Now I'm going to attempt the jump with you. So what we need to do is we need to go to this runner here and create empty. We need to do a ground check. And this is going to be a little sensor on the front here, which when it touches the ground, it will trigger an action. Okay, so in runner, we need to make the variables for this. So we need to do a layer mask. So we'll do ground, layer, and layer mask, layer. Yep, that's the one. I call it platforms, so the ground is platforms. Pull that out. We're going to do an object, ground. We'll do wall check, checking for any walls. We'll do game object, and we'll put that ground check into, I'm gonna rename that to wall check. There. And that should have wall check. Now we have to do what else do we have to do? The size of the sensor. And I'm going to do a radius. So I'm not going to do size, I'm going to do radius. Wall check radius. And that will be a float, not a vector. Not a vector too. So float and 0.3 for now. Let's pull that out. Let's pull this out. Let's put a get position on this. And physics 2D overlap circle point radius with the layer mask. Plug the layer mask into there, plug the radius into there, plug the get position into there. Great. So now we need to do the visualization. Back in here, we're going to copy all of this, all these 5 boxes, and no, not that. We're going to copy those 5 boxes, copy paste, bring them over here. First thing we're going to do is the color. We want to see a different color to make sense of it. We want to replace this with draw wire sphere, not cube. Center radius, that's our guy. Disconnect that, reconnect that there. Change from this vector 2 to this radius, and this box stays red, don't worry about that. Change this object to the wall check. Now we see that red sphere show up. We're going to put that sphere out in front of the player, or sort of half in and half out of this player's collider. Well, not player, this enemy's collider. So on the wall check, we'll do the move, and right in the center there, that's good. Probably. Who knows? We'll see. We have to test it. So when that red little circle hits this ground, something should happen after that. Okay, back to the state machine, and we will now all of that is set up, we can do null check. Check the null. Null means nothing. I think it does. Custom trigger trans jump. Yep. Yep, that's good. Let's drag out, and by the way, if I haven't said, you hold control and click and drag and it does that automatically. Too good. Too good. Custom event trans jump. Now that that's set up, we're ready to go here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to see if it works. I'm going to leave those for now. Might need them. I'm going to do play. Runner. Jump. The animation. So I want to see if it gets triggered. And also another thing to show me if it gets triggered, I want to stop the character. I want to stop the enemy from moving. So I will do rigid body, 2D, set velocity, and just 0. I'm going to cancel all the movement. So if it stops and it goes into the jump animation, that's great. Let's try that. Yep. I hope it works. That's going to work. That's the simple stuff. It's the jumping that's going to be a challenge. Down here, get out the way. Yep, stopped and is now in the jumping and it's looping. So I'm going to turn that loop off. First thing I'm going to do is turn that loop off, and right here where we put our animations, you just go on the animation, you want to, and loop time off or untick. Now it will stop going through that loop. Great. Next step, making them jump. So the jumping will now on state enter, play the animation, stop all momentum, and add force. Add force. In the rigid body, we have an add force where that's not 2D, so we want the 2D one, and we want the force with the mode. We want to impulse, a quick bit of force, and on the runner we need a variable, we need jump. Yep. Float. Let's do 5. Bring this way. From here, we're going to create the vector. Why does my thing do that? Use arrows. Oh, come on. No. Do again. And it's doing it again. If anyone knows how to fix this, please let me know, because that thing is just ruins my life. On the Y, we'll do the jump, and I think that should just do a pulse of jump, just up. So let's just test that. Hold on. Okay. Nothing. Probably because it's an on interstate event. It probably needs to be an update event. Yeah. We have no still flips. We have nothing to get him running again into the running state, so we'll set that up. We'll set that up now. So we'll name this box jump. we'll send that way. Custom. To be triggered is trans run. So after, actually, this is going to be quite confusing, but we might come back to this. I just want to get them jumping first. Now, probably unhitch that, bring that down here, and put that in here. That's probably the way to go. After this has happened, I want to transition back to run. So we're going to do a timer. Wait. I'd say we could set the timer so certain size platforms can be jumped up. The limit can be the timer. This updates, so it might just keep doing this. I'm not sure. So that's that. Or maybe the jump just wasn't high enough. And then after that we'll transition to run. What the hell? Run. Yeah. This has to be a coroutine because now there's a wait timer in there. Okay. Very good. So when the guy jumps, the radius should clear that bit of land. Then the move will go back, and hopefully over and over again. There's a likelihood that he could jump and it could loop so fast that he just keeps going up and up and up for some reason, but I'm not sure. It's real easy to make something walk side to side, but when it comes to making them jump around on the platforms, it's a different story. That's why in games like Hollow Knight you barely see that. Even though it's a pretty flash game, I think they avoid stuff like that for a reason. Yep. He's like, yeah, I'll get up. But see, this one, he's just going to jump forever. Oh no, he's falling really slowly, so we can fix that. Okay, right. Yes, it's looping around. So what it needs is it needs a timer on when it initiates, before it initiates the jump and after. So it has time to land, and within one single jump it needs to force the correct amount of force to make that jump. Also, it needs to be falling a little bit quicker than that. But other than that, it seems to be pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that for starters. And yep, see, just keeps going right over that rock. That's painful. Okay, so the changes I'm going to make to this thing, I'm going to increase the jump by, I'm going to double it. I'm going to put a wait timer at the start here. To slow the loop down. And I'm going to set this velocity to the running speed. Just to get them moving forward. But I might divide this. Divide. Scala. Choose the scala so you can just put a figure. Divide it by 2. So not coming forward very fast. On the X. So that should set that velocity And this will have to be done no, maybe that won't work. Might have to be done on this. So let's just take this, thingy down here, and because it's an add force, we won't do a lot. It might not move it a lot. We might have to multiply this instead of divide it here. So we will set it all to 0 though. Yeah, like we had before. Very good. So going to jump higher, it's going to wait. Yep, now the keep jumping thing, that I'm not too sure. I might put another condition underneath his feet, stating if he doesn't have any land under his feet, he can't keep jumping. Now that's all good, but it starts to get pretty complicated and you can run into other issues. Let's just try it though. Ground check. Let's make a variable for that. Check. And game object. Can do this real fast now. We'll do a ground check radius. Ground check radius. Float. This one will be a bit smaller. It will be 0.2. Great. Let's get the visualization on that. We can just copy those. Copy paste. Yeah. Change color. Let's do blue this time. Wall check. Let's change to ground check. Ground check radius. There we go. It's there. Let's move it down to here. Check it again. That looks okay. I think we can shrink it down to 0.1. Don't need to be that big. It's half in the collider box and half out. That's a good place for it. Alright. So now that we got that, we can put a condition on to not transition into jump if that condition is not met. So we'll pull that out here and click that. Bring these in line. Copy all of those. Paste. Not null. All good. If it is null, no. No, cannot transition if it is null. Let's change this to ground check. Ground layer is right. Ground check radius. Let's test this. Did I press play? Restore managed. Need my glasses, but I haven't bought them yet. Haven't had my test yet. Okay. Oh, wrong one. So it should be on the not null. There we go. That guy's... Okay, what about here? Yep, you're not going any further. Still falling slowly. I'll fix that later. Looks a bit spaz, eh? Yeah. Okay, but that for today, I think that's enough. I will do some thinking about this guy and we'll come back to it. I might be able to adjust some of the things I have and refine it, or I might need a whole new system. Well, not a whole new system, but I might need to simplify it somewhere. Be a bit genius, you know. But yep, thank you for joining me. And on the next part, we will get this guy's movement down. I promise. Thank you very much for watching.